I know you just pulled up to the bar, but we closed.
Come on, man. You gotta be able to give me a shot, man. Come on.
You look like you need a drink, man, but I hate to tell you this, man. We about to close.
So you mean to tell me all these people out here, they got drinks and they got shots, but I can't get nothing. The bar closed that soon?
Okay, man. I don't know what else to say. I got this shorty half my age at the crib, and I'm trying to get to it. But last call was 10 minutes ago.
You know what? It's alright. Don't even worry about it.
All right. Tell you what. I'm gonna get you one drink. Does it look like you need
one drink? I can do one drink. I can do one drink. Cause I really, yeah.
Hey, man, anything, man. Look like you got a lot on your mind and you need a friend right now. Pour it on me. Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome to Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome.
Now, I got to tell you again, my sponsor always going to be my man, Craft Matic. Not just because he on the show with me. Because, again, without this show and the things that he wrote in this book, I don't think anybody would get complete. You know, we talk about it, but what are we doing to fix it? One of the things I like to say is, yeah, I like a little of that ratchetness. You know, I like a little craziness.
Okay.
But I like for us to get healed.
Yes.
That's the bigger mission. I like to grab you with some of the stuff that everybody else grab you with, but let's get real. It's not fixing nothing.
Right.
It's entertaining, okay? It is very best. I like to entertain you, but then again, I got to give you something real. And God put something heavy on my heart. So he put craft with me to figure out what's heavy on your heart, but get you back to him in a way that we all can live peacefully. And I feel like right now we're not. So I got to say, this segment is again back to activate your mind. And guess who wrote it? Craft Matic.
Craft Matic.
Tell them about it, big dog. Tell them about it.
Hello, folks. My name is Stacy Craft. They call me Craft Matic. And I wrote this book called Activate Your Mind.
Yes.
It is an opportunity for you to see and think about greater life and greater living. Greater life and greater living. When I initially started putting this book together, I thought to myself, this is just for the fast trackers. Mm-hmm. This is just for the quick up and comers, the people who are on fire for life and doing big things. But as I've read through it more and more after writing it, I realized that it's just for folks who are dealing with negative thinking, people who are dealing with worry, people who are dealing with hardships and challenging times.
So you wrote it for me.
I wrote it for me. And I would love for you folks to go and get it. You can find it on Amazon. It's at Barnes & Nobles. It's all over the internet. I think we're in 8 or 12 different countries across the world. So please go and enjoy it. We're actually going to spend our program tonight talking about a couple of the topics. Mm-hmm. You'll find that there are 103 topics in this book. And there's even about another 25 after that that you can lean on. But 103 topics that describe what our mindset should look like and what our spiritual life should look like.
All right.
And we truly believe here in this camp that our thoughts create our reality. Mm-hmm. That means if you think negative, you're going to experience negative. Mm-hmm. If you think positive, you have the ability to experience positive. And I believe this is a system that God put into place because faith produces. When I believe something is going to happen, it happens.
Okay.
It moves you in that direction, even if the exact thing doesn't happen. So I have boiled all of that down to our thoughts create our reality. When you think positive and healthy and loving and effective thoughts, it produces positive, healthy, loving, and effective living. Mm-hmm. And I have tested this theory on hundreds of times throughout my life. And I can tell you that there is a way to change your mind. And in fact, when you're dealing with something challenging, you have to change your mind first. Mm-hmm. Because the only thing you ultimately have control over is your thinking. And the thinking will produce the realities. It'll produce the formats. It'll produce the opportunities. It'll open the doors. It'll put you in the right place at the right time with the right attitude to say the right thing, right? So we have to think properly. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts are pockets of energy. They're pockets or packets of energy. And you get enough energy built up, it'll produce fruit. It'll produce good fruit in your life. But if you're always filled with negativity and worry and doubts and concerns and trouble in your mind, you are a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because the thoughts that you contemplate the most, the problems that you contemplate the most with a negative mindset, you're reproducing those same problems. You're adding fuel to the fire, right? And so what I'm attempting to do is to elevate your thinking, and ultimately that will begin to elevate your living. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves before we get into our program. This is Bar Talk with Jay.
Yes.
My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay in the house. And we are here to liberate your minds and souls with a fantastic dialogue. We just want to chop it up on a couple of topics from this book tonight. And in the midst of the discussion, you're going to find that there are going to be some really powerful nuggets for you to attach yourself to, and for you to think about, and for you to start activating in your own life. That's what this show is about. When Jay came up with the vision of Bar Talk, he said, when you get to a bar, as you get a few sips down your first drink, you open up and you start talking and you start sharing. And that's what we want to do. Open and share. Excuse me.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Open up your mouth. Let it out.
I apologize. When you have that drink, you start talking and sharing. And then the dialogue produces some love, some open communication. Sometimes you just get it out. That's what this is really about. So we always start the show off with a prayer. Excuse me. And we're going to go ahead and hand this show over to the Lord and let him do his good and perfect work. Heavenly Father, we come to you right now with our heads bowed and our hearts humbled, just to thank you for all that you are in our life. You are our peace. You are our love. You are our progress. You are our success. And you are the essence of our being and everything that we touch in this life. We just thank you for being our God. We ask, Heavenly Father, that you will be here with us tonight on Bar Talk with Jay to discuss self-love and healing ourselves. We ask, Lord, that you would inspire us with wisdom and understanding and the right words and the right conversation and the right dialogue, the right understanding and the right ideas here today to discuss loving ourselves and healing ourselves. And we ask, Lord, that you would just put a rhema word in us tonight. Show us something that you've never shown us before about love and healing. Show us something, Lord, that we can begin to take action on right now in our thinking and in our belief system. Strengthen us as we go, as we have this discussion, and give everyone a brand new idea to take in and to make actionable in their own life. We just thank you, Lord, for being here with us. Do your good and perfect work. We pray all this in Jesus' name.
Amen. Nice. That's nice. That was nice.
Now, again, we're talking about this book, Activate Your Mind, tonight. By the way, how you doing, Smooth Jay?
Man, let me tell you, man, I've been going through a lot, but I promise you, man, one of the best things that normally happens in my day is when I make that phone call to you and be like, yo, we're going to make this happen.
Yeah.
Because no one knows, with craft schedule, and let alone me working nights, it's not always easy.
Right.
So y'all might see some shows in between. Used to do live. We got to do pre-recordings again. I was in Tennessee. But one of the things I'm proud of him and anybody that's like him is he always tries to find a way to show up. And that's what you need as a friend with someone, because his willingness makes me more willing.
Yeah.
It's so easy to quit.
And it's so easy to be by yourself,
man,
and not talk things out.
And it makes your life not as happy.
Fellowship is good,
But that self-help is when you got somebody that can be selfishly listening.
Yes.
And they ain't judging you. They don't always tell you what to do, but they'll listen. And then they will be there to hug you, to make you realize, man, you ain't alone. It makes life worth living. It makes me stronger in decision making.
Yes.
That I felt I was poor at.
Yeah.
That I realized I just had to reconsider. So again, how I am, I'm happy and I'm blessed.
I love to hear it, Jay. I love to hear it. And he mentioned it. This book, Activate Your Mind, is a self-help book. It's a reference manual. It's not something you read from front to back. It's something that you go to when you need confidence, when you need victory in your spirit, when you need love, when you need ideas about elevating yourself and your life and the people around you.
Mhm.
That's what this book was designed for, so that you can go and get what you need. If I would just take a moment and I'm just going to read a few of the topics, just so it'll give you an idea of what this book is really about.
All right.
This book is about dealing with troubles. When troubles come, you have to treat trouble in a certain way.
Mhm.
And here's a perfect example. Trouble, I bind you
Mhm.
and I cast you out. And I declare that solution is overtaking you.
Mhm.
Trouble, you will not bother my life anymore. You will not hinder my progress. You will not stop my goals from coming to pass, because a resolution and solution is taking place right now. The troubles are far from my borders, because I'm blessed and I'm filled with favor and I'm filled with God's wisdom, and I know exactly what to do. I know exactly how he wants me to work, and I'm listening to his still voice, and I'm removing trouble right now.
Yes.
You hear what happened there? Every statement that I said causes my spirit to strengthen in the resolve that I'm going to overcome this trouble. And that's what that's what we're talking about here, is how do we talk ourselves out of negativity into positivity? If you need patience, if you're dealing with sadness,
Yes.
if you're dealing with a lack of optimism, if you're dealing with fatigue, if you're looking for high performance, to earn money, to create change in your life, if you're looking to feel loved, as we will tackle tonight, if you want to strengthen your faith, or you want to, you're dealing with an enemy, you're dealing with something that's coming against you, and you want to feel like the enemy is defeated, you have to speak that over your life and your relationship.
Right.
If you're looking for answers, if you're trying to find treasures in your life, if you're looking to feel vindicated, if you want mental stability or to feel redeemed, if you want to now tackle health and have healthy eating, and perhaps overcoming hard times, seeing yourself transformed, thinking bigger, overcoming fear, reaching for enlightenment, knowing victory in your spirit, feeling ahead and not behind, seeing a problem fixed, embodying prosperity, positive emotions, doing more, high activity. A lot of you who own businesses right now, the challenge is that you believe business is bad. But when you declare that there's high activity going on in your business, you begin to see lines around the door, and you begin to see stacks of invoices like this. You begin to see your shelves empty because it's all been purchased. You're going to begin to change the spirit in your mind, which is going to begin to change the reality of your business. I have used this process for many years to produce all kinds of great things in my life. You have the ability to change /shift /manipulate your own reality.
Say it.
Because your reality is a reflection of what's going on inside of your spirit. You see somebody who's broke, that's because they feel broke. They think they're broke. They believe they're broke. They're always talking about being broke. Therefore, they manifest brokenness. You see somebody who's rich and prosperous, in their mind, they're always saying, there's more than enough for me to be rich. There's more than enough for me to share. There's more than enough for me to get this thing done. You know, I live in lavish abundance. I feel good. I look good. I'm positive. I'm always strong. I'm always healthy. You hear the difference in the two mindsets?
Yes.
Because mindset drives reality, and mindset drives performance. And so that's what this book is about: activating your mind, driving your mindset to a greater life performance. I'm going to read right now page 75, which is called Self-Love. And then I'm going to read Healing Myself, and then I'm going to let Jay just attack both of them.
Okay.
Ready, Jay?
I'm listening.
Self-love. Here, we must seek deeply to care for ourselves, to love ourselves, and to express love to ourselves. It's not vanity, it's a spiritual responsibility. You are your own sacred temple, and your well-being is the foundation upon which everything is built. We must develop a mental equivalence and a mindset that permits us to see ourselves as worthy. Worthy of kindness, worthy of peace, worthy of healing, worthy of joy. A mindset that allows us to accept ourselves without condition. You are not your problem. You are bigger
Mhm.
than your problem. Not only for who we are,
Mhm.
but for the person we are becoming. Let your inner voice say this to yourself. I respect myself. I care for myself. I honor myself. I choose what is healthy, what is right, and what nurtures my soul.
Mhm.
Self-love is not merely an emotion, it's a practice, a commitment, a form of divine alignment. It is how we authentically exist in a world that often tells us to become someone else. Allow yourself to embrace the real you, not the filtered version, not the performative version, but the true, beautiful, and radiant you. Yes, you are beautiful. Let that embrace be deep, unwavering, and passionately loving. When you begin to love yourself in this way, everything else in life begins to respond with that same love.
Wow.
What you say to that, Jay?
Man, I'm gonna tell you right there, you hit home because it made me go back to childhood.
Okay.
And one of the reasons why I comical is, you know, I was small, I was skinny, so some people used to pick with me. Most people didn't do too much, but I like to say I had to learn sense of humor to get people off me. So they would want to pick on me, you know, because I'm skinny and scroungy, and they always had that comment. You know, I was like, okay, so you know, the way you was dressing, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing too good, you dancing. You know, and again, I did this as a self-defense without being violent. It was something that I did, and it came natural. And then I just used that to get people off me. And then after a while, I just use it in general just because it was just part of me.
Yeah.
And again, learning from a young age to an older age, I learned I was putting a lot of people in front of me. I really care more about others than more than myself. And
Ooh, that's a good trait to have, but it can't hurt.
Yeah, when that person let you down, it left me with a wound that I self-inflicted. I could have blamed them, but I allowed a lot of that to happen because
yes.
I used it to cover some of my insecurities. Okay. So when they was gone, I was just faced with it. You know, and as much as I can blame, look who has to feel the pain.
Yes.
So as I grew out of that pain, I started realizing that I caused it. So I started growing and learning how to love me, because you can't love somebody else more than you love you. That's a falseness.
That's right.
It starts with you. And that way she know how to love you because she see the love of you. I have to care for myself.
Yes.
You worry about somebody else caring for you when you ain't even showing yourself no care.
Right.
There's somebody, well, you know, I say how nice your feet is and all the rest. I have to take care of you before you ever come to me. I am a Boaz that's already there. Okay, I'm not the one that's gonna try to beat your ass, cuss your ass. I ain't that Boaz. I am that Boaz that's trying to be complete before you.
Right.
Now, how you gonna add value is gonna be up to you.
Right.
But one thing is trying to just fix me. I'm working on that before you.
Right.
Just like I'm hoping you working on that before me. Because what happens, we normally take our pains and our hurts onto the next, and that's not really self-love. That's just carrying hurt. I don't want to carry no more hurt.
Yes.
I want to understand successfully how I want to love me. And then I can already have how I can love others. But now I can define it better.
Yes.
Because now I have boundaries. I used to let people run over me with it because I felt it was so much necessary. Okay, well, now I see how I made a lot of mistakes.
Right.
But that's how we really evaluate ourselves to better ourselves. I didn't know this at first until the heartache, you know what I'm saying? And the breakup. And then the fact that how she see me, you know, and some say, well, you know, you really didn't speak up, and I didn't even know if you was really going to just be there for me when I showed up all the time. So I'm questioning myself. And then I realized, no, she was just full of crap. And I fell for it. I fell for it for a moment because when why not there? What the hell is she talking about? It's amazing how people just talking, but then I realized when I corrected myself and I see her later on in life, she's still in the same damn place.
Listen what's happening here. Jay saying, I poured into somebody over and over and over and over. Mm-hmm. And somewhere in the midst of the equation, the situation, the circumstance, they're questioning my loyalty. Mm-hmm. And when other people who you have poured into neglecting yourself,
Mhm.
challenge you and say you haven't been there or you haven't done anything, and you are you haven't shown your love, that can make you feel some kind of way inside. That can depress you. But what you have to do in the midst of that is you have to stand up in your spirit and say, you know what? I can't believe and I can't trust what they're telling me anymore, because I know that I love you. And you know what? I love you because I love myself.
Mhm.
And you know what? It's obvious that you, and this is a thought process, right? It's obvious that this person can't nurture me and take care of me. This person can't make me feel loved, but I'm going to go within myself and say, you know what, Stacy, you love you. I love me. And I'm going to take better care of me. And I'm not going to let this situation and those words hinder my confidence, hinder my strength, hinder my love. I'm going to continue to be who I am, and I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to be dialed in and focused. I'm going to be, and I'm going to create something good in my life. Do you hear what's happening here? What's happening is I'm using my own words to change my own mind.
Mhm.
Because here's perfect love of self.
Right.
Here's where you love yourself. Here's where you take care of yourself. And the words or the situation may have caused you to feel this,
Mhm.
but you got to speak yourself into a new reality. I love myself. I respect myself.
Mhm.
I may have made a mistake, but I'm going to do better. And I'm going to forgive myself. When you get to this place in your spirit, something opens up and something miraculous takes place inside. You begin to say to yourself and to feel truly whole and complete.
Come on now.
Because sometimes the world outside of you will make you feel less than whole and complete.
Mhm.
And so I have to sometimes, when I think about loving myself, there's some things that I need to say to myself
Mhm.
in order to activate that love.
Listen.
And watch this. These are what we call mental equivalents, and they're right here in the book, Activate Your Mind. Right now, I have self-acceptance.
Yes.
I have an inner peace. I'm claiming it in the present, regardless of the appearance.
Mhm.
I have inner peace and I have a positive mindset, and I'm growing personally. Today, I set compassionate boundaries for my life. I love and respect myself.
Mhm.
And I am embracing my flaws, whatever they may be.
Mhm.
And I'm okay with being different today, but I'm going to care for myself. I'm going to be authentic and I'm going to make healthy choices. I love me, and I'm going to continue to love me, whether this situation gets better or worse. I will not be an enemy to myself. I will be confident. I will be poised,
Mhm.
and I will stand in this gap knowing that everything is going to be all right.
Woo.
What did I just do there? I just changed my own mind with these words.
Mhm.
You see, not only am I giving you an overview of the concept, but I'm giving you the actual words to say to yourself, the words to contemplate, the words to think. This is heavy, what I'm about to say.
Mhm.
But the word has its own meaning and it has its own atmosphere.
Mhm.
And if you were to simply speak the word
Right.
and think about the word, it will begin to shower you with its atmosphere. When you are looking for peace and peace of mind,
Mhm.
say the words, peace. I want peace. I'm declaring peace. I declare peace over my spirit, peace in my heart, peace in my relationships, peace in my finances. I'm declaring this peace because this peace already has activity assigned to it by God. God has already assigned the word peace with a measure of peace beyond understanding. But if I don't call for it, if I don't reach for it, if I don't claim it, I can't activate it in my spirit because it's not coming inside, it's radiating from the inside out.
There you go.
So that's why the old folks would say you got to get that word in you, because as long as it's in here, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. When you get that in your spirit, it'll just come out at the times and the moments that life will need it.
Yes.
But if it's not in here,
Mhm.
it's impossible for it to come out. You're not going to get love out there. I'm not saying you can't receive love from other people.
Correct.
But watch this. Love just like money,
Mhm.
responds to the inner spirit. And so if I am whole and complete and at peace in here,
Mhm.
then I manifest peace and wholeness and clarity out here.
Mm.
I create my atmosphere. If you look around you and you see chaos,
Mhm.
that means there's something in your mind and your spirit that is associated with chaos. So now I know I need to remove chaos from my spirit and from my mind. And once I do that, the chaos will be removed in my outer world. I know that's deep,
It is, but it's real.
but that's what this entire book is about. That life comes from the inside out. And when I speak it and believe it, when the spoken word and the belief shall meet, and when it does, it's like a magical power to just express itself as the spoken word. So when you call for peace and you believe you deserve peace, peace will show up just like that. You can actually manifest peace. You know, the one thing I always think about, you know, we Bible believing people here,
Mhm.
and you don't have to be to get some fruit from this good book.
Mhm.
But when the Lord was awoken, when Christ was awoken in the boat,
Mhm.
because there was a storm going on,
I know this
he
one.
didn't even know there was a storm going on.
No.
Or
He
he probably
already
did.
had peace.
Right. He already had peace.
He said, "Let me sleep."
Right. But
Y'all
when he was
okay?
awoken, for them to say, Lord, the boat is about to tip over, there's a storm.
Mhm.
What did he do? He spoke to the storm.
Mhm.
Peace, be still. That's what I'm encouraging you to do in your life. Peace, be still. You say that, Jay.
Man, the last time somebody was just running their mouth and I tried to tell them, peace, shut up. What people fail to realize is in this journey, a lot of times we don't have all the answers. And that's why I feel like brotherhood is so important. Have family life or have brothers that's willing to talk to each other in positive ways to give us positive encouragement. Because again, we need to go out here and reinforce. And that way, when we do speak to somebody, it's not telling you to shut up. It's telling you directly what God has for us. To us to aim our vision and align ourselves with the word compared to what we're trying to do. Because a lot of times lust and our desires drive us down a path other than what he has for us. And I really feel like once we get in line with what he have, and I think that's on to the man, I think men need to be stronger and men need to understand what God, because we go to the Father, okay? Now, I don't know how everybody else feel about their Bible. I mean, but I feel like as a head, I have to understand the word and I have to understand where we're going. And if I'm not led by him, then who the hell's leading me? Because a fool will lead a fool anywhere. But I really feel like not to be foolish is to put God in front of you, to understand and to pray and to have an understanding and a relationship with him, because he's within to out.
Right.
So go back in and understand what we're trying to do and then translate that out. And then all of a sudden, I think you might realize that when somebody else is speaking it to you, it's not walk the walk, walk, walk. You can actually hear it better. Right. Because you're not selfishly hearing your desires. Right. You're understanding that you're following a heavenly. Right. That means a more understanding and a more compassionate compared to what you probably are. Because a lot of time we're more selfish.
Yes.
I hate to say it. That's just typically how we are. So when I start getting back in alignment of self-healing and understanding that I'm far from perfect and my views could have not been completely right, I had to start listening more before them to God, you know, to understand what is it, you know, as I'm praying and I'm asking him to show me a light. You have to open your ears.
You have to open your ears.
You know, because you want it to be visual, because we're visual creatures, okay? But you got to open your ears because he's speaking to you in ways that's going to be different than what you see things. So now I see differently because now I hear differently. And I think you have to open up and you have to be ready for that. And I really feel like a lot of times we ain't ready for it because we're so self-centered. But when we stop being self-centered, the self-healing happens so much faster.
Yeah.
And then it really hurts you. You realize how wrong sometimes you are. You know, and I would say me. I ain't going to say you guys. I was blessed to see that I was far from perfect and right. And there's no apologies in the world I can give anybody for some of the things that I've done and said.
all I can say is I get better because now I'm guided by something better for me. And that's when you bring him into your life and realize he makes me better.
Right.
I probably would have never made me as good as what he can be, and I can never measure up to him.
Right.
I can only try to be a better person, but at least I have a roadmap. This book gives me an extra. When I say extra, not only do I have a Bible, I got little guidelines
Right.
that helps me along the way too, because to me, all good things come together for a reason.
Absolutely.
And that's our season.
Absolutely. And that is our season. I'm going to take a moment just to read the next one, Healing Myself. And then I'm going to give you the mental equivalence, and we're going to spend a few minutes talking about that before we close. This is called Healing Myself. I want you to think about
Go for it.
healing myself, the whole concept of healing myself. Can I really heal myself? Even if I can't heal myself,
All right.
I have to prepare myself to be healed.
Okay.
So I might not get it done, but if I'm not open and receptive, then when it comes, I'm not going to be available. Healing myself.
Okay.
Sometimes we have problems, and deep down, we really know how to fix those problems.
Mm-hmm.
We know what needs to be done. We sense the next step. We've even imagined the solution. But for some reason, we don't act. We delay. We hesitate. We ignore what we know to be true. But now is the time to make a new decision. Decide that you are going to fix your problem. Decide that you're going to be healed, whether it's something you do or something that happens through you, through grace and alignment.
Mm-hmm.
Decide. Let this be the moment you draw a line in the sand and choose resolve and choose resolution. Let your spirit rise with determination, knowing that this is not the time to be passive. This is the time to choose forward movement. This is the time to access your strength. Seek a stronger and a strong inner spirit of determination to overcome your issues. Even if you don't have all the answers, decide that you are willing to be led toward the resolution. That's where your power lies, in the willingness to act, to shift, to do what needs to be done. Declare it now. I am going to fix this. I am going to be healed. I am ready to overcome. So healing myself isn't about the process of healing. It's about making a decision to be healed.
Yeah.
It's about making a decision to get rid of this problem. It's about making a decision that I'm going to overcome this problem. One of the things I love about the human expression, when I'm talking, when I'm speaking these words, notice that my nose will flare.
Okay.
Right? What that says is I got a certain seriousness and a certain confidence and strength behind what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I want this problem fixed.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go into your bedroom and just, close the door, go into some room you can be alone with. Maybe it's the back porch. Maybe you go get in your car. But I want you to be in a space where you can speak aloud.
Okay.
And I want you to basically take a sheet of paper and just right here's the problem. And you don't have to actually have this in front of you. You can just pretend that it's in front of you.
Okay.
This page, this is the problem.
Okay.
And I want you to talk to that problem. I want you to tell that problem, you are not going to hinder me anymore. I'm going to fix you. I declare resolution over you, solutions, answers, fixes. I declare that a change and a shift is taking place in you right now. I'm declaring that I'm bigger than my problem. At the moment I speak this word with my nose flared and I'm speaking it with confidence, I'm actually speaking life over this problem. I'm speaking resolution and solution and answers over this problem. Somehow the answers to this problem come to me easily and effortlessly. Somehow I know what to do, and I've never known what to do before. Divine intelligence and God's understanding and wisdom is attending to me on this problem. I'm going to fix this problem because this problem has to go right now. Problem, be gone. Be cut off. I rebuke you. I cast you out. I fix you. You are no longer against me. You are with me. You are somehow bringing a blessing to my life, unlike I've never spoken before, unlike I've never thought of before. You will not be a nemesis in my life, but you will be favorable. You will be a blessing. There will be a great outcome to what is happening right now. I want this situation reversed. I want it fixed. I want it transformed. I want it healed right now. Can you hear the power behind the words I'm speaking? Your word will not return unto you void.
Now,
Speak life over your life.
to the world, and I know a lot of people are like, well, why would I do all that? Let me break it down to you in terms that I think everybody can understand it even this much better. Take your Georgia Power bill.
Take your Georgia Power bill.
And that Georgia Power bill seems to be going up and up and up and up. And I don't care if you put solar panels on your house, because the power bill, how you know working.
Right.
So again, you done got bamboozled, you got it coming, and it's higher and higher each and every time.
Right.
And you're like, well, how am I gonna get past this? This is when you take that bill and you do the principles what Kraft just said. You speak on to it, because now it's gonna be new alliances that's gonna open up on how it's gonna get paid.
Right.
You don't see it. But see, you don't take that bill and run from it. You don't take that bill and hide it underneath another bill. Yeah, this is always, okay? I'll put it in a hat, and then one day I'll pull it out. I'm telling you.
Right.
It get cut off, you get pissed off, it
Right.
costs you even more money.
Right.
So what you got to do is you got to speak over it.
Speak over it.
You got to understand, it ain't going nowhere, but it's not going to beat me.
Right.
For we can find better ways to give a solution, because they ain't going to probably get help.
Yeah.
You're going to have to find it within you, but you're not going to run from it.
That's
It's going to be right here,
right.
and we're going to talk on it, and we're going to give power to me, not them. You're charging me, overly charging me, probably going to loan some money over here, and you're making me pay for it, because, again, this is an institution that needs to be held more accountable. But guess what? I can't do it alone, so I got to speak it for it to get paid.
There you go.
But I can't run from it, and that is what he's saying.
And that's what and one of the things, I did a video a few years back where I talked about how to deal with bills. And the first thing we do when we open up a bill, especially if we got the money to pay it, we start worrying. We start being concerned. We start feeling behind, right? We even might start saying, man, here go another bill, something else against me. Every time I try to save a little money, every time I try to get ahead, something happens. You, by the way, cannot say those things, because those things are a part of the manifestation of life. If you say, every time I come up, something brings me down, that's what's going to happen. Stop saying that, right? But what you're going to do with that bill is you're going to open it up, and at the bottom where there's a balance of $150 or $450 or whatever that balance is, cross that balance out and put zero as your balance. I declare that this bill is going from $400 account to a zero balance. I declare that this creditor is being satisfied and paid in full. I declare that I have more than enough to pay this bill, and I know that this bill is now being transformed into a paid bill. Zero balance, my creditor satisfied, my heart satisfied, my lights are on, and everything is working for my good. In fact, you might even go so far as to say the next time that they send me what looks like a bill, it's going to be a check. They owe me now rather than me owing them. You see how I'm making the transformation? I'm making the transformation in my mind first, because you have to become more powerful in your mind than the problem that you face. Right? Now, when I take this sheet of paper and I start talking down to my problem, it becomes small and I become big. That's the power that we're trying to instill in you.
Now, I can also say,
Go ahead, man.
because this is all positive things, but let me give you a negative, because we got a lot of people in Atlanta faking to make it, and it's not the same. And I want to throw this in there because it's negative. I hate to jump a negative on your positive, because to me, this show gets a little bit of the negative to get you real, but we got to get you out of that. And one of the things that I know somebody gonna take is I'll write that down, and now you're gonna fake it. No, you're writing it down to be more powerful, to understand that there's gonna be some things to come to make it happen for you. Not the fact that you're writing it to fake it, to make it seem like you better and you bigger or you just like everybody else. It's time to get out this Joneses thing. It's time for you to stop trying to be something you're not. And I think that's a reality that is not coming out a lot. And I think with the times that's coming, I'm telling you, you people that's out here faking it, you're not going to make it.
And it's not time for that. It's time for us to get strong. And again, if we're thinking and being more positive in what we're acting on, better solutions will come. But as long as you keep acting like you're okay and you telling yourself, oh, it don't mean nothing, that worryiness, that stress is killing us. Okay. And that's why a lot of people are dying at a faster rate, because again, health, stress, and mentalness is tearing their ass apart because you're not keeping a realness. And that rate there, you'd be like, well, what's the difference? Speaking over it is not running from it. A lot of people are running from it and lying about it and faking the front like it ain't there. And I got this. And then all of a sudden they lose everything and they try to kill themselves because they never ever got ahead of it.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I said I had to bring it again. And it is negative, but I don't want that for anyone.
Well, there are people who, let's face it, don't know how to be themselves.
Let's teach
Because what they learned was to mimic the things around them. There's nothing wrong with mimicking success. There's nothing wrong with mimicking love. But there are oftentimes a lot more things that we mimic that are not for our good.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, this is all, when you speak life and you speak these words, it has to come from an authentic self. It can't come from a troublesome mind. It can't come from worry. It can't come from sadness and peace. You got to step out of the darkness into the light.
Right.
And, you know, and say to yourself, you know, and I know there are many who are maybe dealing with depression. But if you could just take 5 minutes and just come out of that space and just say to yourself, you know what, I'm fixing to fix this situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fixing to get healed. I don't want to be sick no more. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be sad. I want to be happy. I want to be filled with love. I want to have some life in my life. I want to get some major things done. When you stand up and you start speaking that and you start saying those words to yourself, your spirit and God is listening. And God will take you to the place that you desire to go, as long as you believe that you can get there. So you're not going to start advancing the spirit and your life until you start speaking the life over your life, right?
Yeah.
When a problem comes up, you got to say, you know what, there's a fix for this. And I know it's coming to me quickly, easily, and effortlessly. Somehow I'm fixing to find a fix for this. Somehow the problem is going to be resolved quickly, easily, effortlessly, powerfully, effectively, and it's going to be fixed so that the whole world can see that it's fixed. Now, I don't know how this is going to happen, but I'm fixing to get to work to find some solutions. Just the mindset causes you to... the mindset itself pushes a pressure release valve in you, so that you can relax for a second and start taking in some new ideas. Start thinking a little differently. Okay. Start being a little more creative sometimes, right? I need you to speak life to yourself. That's the key to the whole equation here. How do you activate your mind? You speak about the things you desire in life. Again, TV, the computer, the phone, they all got you listening. And you're not speaking very much unless you're doing some gossip on the phone, right? Turn away from the electronics, open a book like this and start declaring that I'm going to let this situation go. I'm going to have a positive mindset. I'm going to have a self-reflection where I see myself honestly and earnestly. And if I'm wrong, I'll accept my wrong. And if I'm right, I'll accept my rights. But I'm moving out of this darkness. I have an emotional release. I'm no longer going to be burdened by what I feel. I'm going to establish some new feelings and some new emotions in healing myself. And I'm going to focus on the future, and I'm going to let go of the past. And I declare inner strength in me. I know exactly how to be healed. I know exactly how to take care of myself. I know exactly what I need to do to love myself. And I'm calling for inner strength, and I'm accepting the truth. Whether it's good or bad, I'm accepting what's real, and I'm calling forth the best outcome for myself and for my body, for my life, for my relationships, for my finances. One of the things that I have not done
Mhm.
is I haven't asked for help. So I'm going to seek guidance. I'm
Mhm.
going to go talk to a friend. I'm going to find a mentor. I may go talk to my pastor. I may go talk to my ex-professor. I may talk to the next door neighbor. But I'm going to seek guidance because I know that somewhere the answers are going to be revealed to me. I feel grateful and I have great appreciation for myself, for my body, for my finances, for my relationships. These can be applied to anything. I'm finding purpose in being healed.
Mm.
And I'm declaring that I'm going to pray ceaselessly over this situation. Sometimes you don't do something in life until you tell yourself to do it. So I'm going to pray. Stacey, you're going to pray tonight like you never prayed before. You're going to go spend 30 minutes in the quiet space and you're going to pray and you're going to pray effectively and you're going to get this problem solved. You're going to get God's work on this thing done. You're going to get his favor. You're going to get his endorsement. You're going to ask him how to get it done. You're going to spend time with the Lord. You're going to absolutely put yourself in a quiet space so that the fruit of the Spirit can come to the forefront of my mind. Do you hear what I just did? I just talked myself into making something happen that I otherwise would lounge on. Don't we procrastinate about praying?
Yes, we do.
Don't we procrastinate sometime about being positive and about saying that I'm going to overcome the situation? Say it now. I'm going to overcome it. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to pray more. I'm going to do more. I'm going to be more effective. I'm going to be more productive. All I'm doing, folks, is I'm giving the Spirit an opportunity to address my issues without holding on to it all bottled up. Right? Now, I know that when you speak life, life will be revealed. But if you do nothing else but change your mind, do not sit and wallow in negativity.
See,
right? That's a lesson in itself. Do not sit and wallow in sadness and depression and pain and being disgusted and being sorrowful and being, get rid of that negative stuff in your spirit and begin to speak over those things as though you are here to accomplish something great and that you have greatness. And you have to speak from a place of confidence. You have to speak from a place of knowing that you know. And when you begin to speak that way, I'll promise you, God is listening and he will follow your lead and he will be there to catch you. He will be there to help you. He will be there to serve you. He will be there to elevate you. He will be there to promote you. He will be there to overcome everything that you have in your life. But he's not going to come if you don't call him forth. Life is not going to be revealed until you speak it. And that's what this book is all about. And it's just about time for us to close.
It is.
But
It is.
this whole book is about overcoming despair by just taking ownership of it in your mind, creating a new mindset, and speaking life over your life. Any closing words, Jeff?
Yeah, man. Give them one more time where they can find this because this is what's going to help them.
Absolutely.
I just talk a lot of mess. This clarifies from the mess to the things that we need to honor. We got the Bible. Now we also got Christ.
Yeah, this is self-help, right? This would be next to the book Think and Grow Rich, or The Power of Positive Thinking, or As a Man Thinketh. There's hundreds of books about how your thoughts create your reality and how they influence your reality. This is a self-help book, right? I have no doubt that it will lead you closer to God. But until you get there, you got to decide that you want something and that you're going to get it, whatever that is for you. That may be happiness, that may be money, that may be better health. But if you don't make the decision to go and get it, how can you be equivalent to a mustard seed of faith? It's impossible to have a mustard seed of faith in you until you've made a decision that you want it. You have to decide that it's yours and you're going to get it, whatever that happens to be. And I believe that this book can be a great start to helping you change your mind and helping you change your reality.
Don't forget to wear them.
And this is, again, it's Activate Your Mind. My name is Stacey Craft, Stacey, and Craft with a C, Craft. And you can find it on Amazon. You can find it on Barnes & Nobles. It is just about anywhere. If you just put in Activate Your Mind, Stacey Craft in Google, you'll see there's hundreds of outlets to purchase the book. It is in 8-9 different languages all around the world. Share it with your friends and family. And send me some notes. Come back and share with me what your experience was. Send me some reviews. I only know if you tell me what you're experiencing and if you got anything good out of this. So may God bless you all and may this book do some good for your life and for your living. This has been Bar Talk with Jay.
Yes, yes,
My
yes.
name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay.
Oh,
And we want to thank you and for being here with us tonight. We hope this program has given you some good nuggets, right? We hope this program. Yeah, I'm hoping so. Man. I hope this program is giving you some things you can work on tonight. That's what Jay and I are all about. It's about sharing wisdom. It's about talking about and communicating about your problems and then finding some ways to overcome. And so we thank you for being here tonight. You can find us every Thursday on Facebook Live from 7 to 8. We have hundreds of shows in our portfolio. You just type in Bar Talk with Jay and you will find us all over the web. Woo! Never forget that the reason that we do this is because we love you and we appreciate you. And with that, we are out.
Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk.